and all the transporters. I used to operate them physically, but now I've seen everybody's on TikTok. Is on even their salespeople with their accountants are on TikTok looking for suppliers. Yeah. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I can get you.
Yeah, but now I have seen that even if at night during the day, not that this digital thing is going to take over the previous businesses models that we used to.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, honestly, like you're even finding accountants on TikTok. Aden, I personally wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you so
Karibu
much.
sana in your endeavors. I honestly think that with proper digital marketing, people have the ability to salvage even a business that people probably think is going to collapse. So, all the best. I'm really happy to hear that from Aden. And John is saying, I'm really grateful. New business strategies from you. Most welcome. Thank you. So, digital marketing for business owners, part 2. That is day 2. So, is it Betty? Betty Mokami. Betty wants to speak. Okay. So here's what we're going to be talking about today. Today we're going to be talking about Betty is saying, thanks Elvis for yesterday's session. I actually joined for 2 reasons. One, to see and hear you for the first time and assign a real face to the value you enjoy at LinkedIn. Secondly, I wanted to understand digital marketing. So, amazing. Looking forward. Thank you, Betty, for that. I hope now you get to put a face to the person on LinkedIn. But thank you so much, Betty, for that. So in our session today, we're going to be talking about practical tools to help you market smarter, that is, use digital marketing, systems that can actually allow you to stay consistent online. We'll try and create a very simple digital marketing strategy using ChatGPT, or you can also get to use DeepSeek. We will also get to structure a simple digital marketing strategy. We will also look at how to build visibility and trust online, even on a budget. So let's first of all cover something: execution. One of the things that you find with so many business owners is that they do a lot of strategies. Strategy. You wake up, you do strategy. Tomorrow you do strategy. Another day you do strategy. Another day you're always looking for strategy. But the biggest problem that most people don't have is execution. So you don't need more motivation, you need execution. Many business owners actually know what to do. So many business owners know what to do. But the problem is, very few of them are actually doing it consistently. Now, here's a problem. I'll post tomorrow becomes never. All right? Ideas, they always stay in notebooks. Tools are downloaded, but they are never used. Leads come in, but no one follows up. People are interested in your services and your products, but the problem is you don't even do you don't even do follow-ups. So that's a big problem, ladies and gentlemen. And here's a very simple solution: systems plus simplicity plus consistency. Let me repeat that: systems, simplicity, and consistency. It is not the best marketer who wins. It is the most consistent one. Let me repeat that. It is not the best marketer who wins. It is the most consistent one. You don't have to be the best in everything that you do. It's about consistency. Your systems, simplicity, and consistency. Now, your focus tonight should be this: choosing the tools you will actually get to use, building a routine that works for you, and let me repeat this, and this is one of the things that most business owners struggle with. This thing, perfection. All right? Let go of perfection and choose progress. Every day you want the best aesthetic. Oh, you want to do the best aesthetic. So in a whole week, you've done 3 posts because you're looking for the best. But the biggest problem is someone else is doing 4 per day that are not perfect. That is basically a huge number as compared to the number of probably posts that you're churning out. They're churning out value that is not really as perfect, but at least they're consistent. And that is what we refer to as progress. So, ladies and gentlemen, in your digital marketing as a business owner, you always have to be choosing progress, not perfection. Okay? Now, digital marketing only works if you do. When you do it, that is when it's actually going to work. And you need to start actualizing things that could work. They don't have to really be perfect. That is a thing most business owners need to understand. You don't have to be perfect. As long as you're making progress, that is what you should be looking for. All right? So, I mentioned to you yesterday that we're going to be looking at essential content creation equipment that you might be needing as a business owner. I hope this actually guides you. Now, your content is your first impression. The quality of your photos, your video, or your audio can affect, number one, whether someone stops scrolling, whether they trust your brand, or whether they buy from you. How many people over here have iPhones? Or probably you have a Samsung. iPhones, Samsungs. The most surprising thing is, like currently, I'm using this phone. This is a Tecno Camon 40. It's a Camon 40 Premier. Let me show you something about that phone. Yeah, it's a Tecno Camon 40 Premier, something. It is Premier. A very, very good phone. I'm telling you, this phone has photos that it takes very good photos. It even has AI capabilities, and it's an amazing phone. And you see how much it's costing, 53,000 Kenyan shillings. Yes, you can get a Samsung, probably an S25, at around like, I think it's 160,000 plus, I don't know. Not very sure, I'm just, making a guess. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about seeking perfection with content, with equipment. I can tell you that honestly, my first 2,000 videos were shot. Let me show you the phone I shot my first almost 2,000 videos. I shot these videos with a phone called a Realme 6. Can you believe that? This is a phone I used to use. A Realme 6. And people used to actually think I'm shooting with an iPhone. Yet, I was using a very, very standard phone. It is not really about equipment, so much of it. So many people say, I'll start shooting content for my business when I get an iPhone. Well, you might be lying to yourself. So, let me talk about some of the content that you can actually get to use. And I'm going to break it down into levels. All right? So we're going to have level 1. So what is level 1? It is what you begin with. It's low, no budget. Like, for example, you don't have a whole budget for content creation. All right? So this is where you start when you have zero equipment. So number 1 is a smartphone. How many people over here, I'd like to know, which smartphone are you using at the moment? Comment in the chat section. Comment in the chat section and tell us what phone are you using. Yeah? Most of the time with your smartphone, just clean the lens and shoot in good lighting. Done. All right? That's one of the things that you can actually get to remember, ladies and gentlemen. Start with your smartphone. Start with your smartphone. I can see an S24. I can see Samsung, Oppo Reno 10. You can see how you have very good phones. Yeah? Mukona very, very good phones. Oppo Reno, iPhone 15. You can see someone already has iPhone 15. Yeah, Oppo Reno 8T. Kwani everyone has an Oppo Reno. I think I should also get an Oppo Reno myself because everyone else is saying Oppo Reno. Tecno 20, Samsung. Yeah, I can see at least kuna mtu wa Tecno. Samsung is also happens to be very good. So you can see, start with your smartphone. Number 2, natural light. Natural light. Face a window during the day. Okay? When you're shooting a video, let me show you something, ladies and gentlemen. When you're shooting a video, this is your window. This is your window. The sun is coming from this side. All right? So your phone should be here and then you over here. Okay? That is if you're using a smartphone. So make sure that you're shooting, all right? You're shooting probably somewhere that natural light is hitting your face. Okay? When natural light is hitting your face, that's something you can remember. Number 3 is something we refer to as a DIY tripod. Yeah, you don't have to. Probably most people think you need to buy an expensive tripod. Well, you don't have to. You can stack books, right? Put books together and then put your phone over there at the top. And you can shoot very nice videos. Or you can go to Jumia and get a very simple mini tripod for only 300 shillings. That's a starter. Number 4 is a lapel microphone. All right. What is a lapel microphone? Let me show you a lapel microphone so that you get to understand what we mean. A lapel microphone is something like this. This one, mostly for boya. There is a boya Boya lapel microphone. It only costs like 1,500 Kenyan shillings. And it is honestly very good. This one. Very nice, very simple microphone that you can start your content creation journey with. All right. Now, before you get to such advanced microphones, because like now this microphone is probably going to set you apart like 21,000 shillings or something like that. Yeah. Someone is saying that they cannot see me. Yeah. Okay. So look at this. This is a Boya. This is a Boya M1. It's a very good lapel microphone that you can actually get to use easily for your content creation. Okay. So that is you creating content on a budget. A very good microphone. Yeah, 1,000 shillings or 1,500 Kenyan shillings. And then finally, you can shoot your content using a plain background. I still use that till today, my curtains. Or probably something like this. Yeah. So you need to use a blank wall, a curtain, or turn your product towards a clean surface. Like for example, if you're shooting a photo of your product, make sure that you're facing a wall. Right? So that you don't, usionyesha watu kila kitu yenye inaendelea in your house. Don't show them your sofas. They're not interested in that. They want to see the product. Okay? You might probably not need to buy expensive backdrops. Okay? Now this setup is going to work so well for reels. If you're if you're creating talking videos or even testimonials. And probably product demonstrations. That is level 1, beginner level. Level 2 is when you upgrade. You have a small business and you're working with a mid-budget. This one is for business owners who are ready to improve quality and increase content output. Number 1, for light, get a ring light, all right? Get a ring light or get a softbox. Okay? So let me show you. Probably, maybe someone might not be aware of this, but this is a ring light. It's circular. This is a ring light. And then we have a softbox. Let me show you a softbox. This is an example of an affordable softbox that you can actually get to buy. You don't have to really buy the expensive ones. You can start with these ones that are on a mini budget. Yeah, 6,000, 10,000, 2,500. The ones I have, I think mine are like 5,000, but I have a bigger one now, right? So these ones are what we refer to as softbox. You can shoot the content even in your house, by the way, all right? You can shoot the content even in your house. For those who are looking for a mini tripod, let me show you a mini tripod. Ili video zako, when you're shooting, see kila time you're shooting your videos looking at your phone, unaangalia, isianguke. Ikienda kuanguka yeah? You can get a mini tripod. Something like this. You can see they're very, very affordable. 500 bob. You can get them for 400 bob. You can start with something like this. You don't have to overinvest. Right? With a budget of 2,000, you have a microphone, you have a mini tripod, and then now you can probably decide to go with a ring light. Or later on, you can actually upgrade to a softbox. Okay? So most probably when you're shooting videos in your house, one of the things you have to remember is people need to see your face. And that is where we actually have something to do with lighting. Lighting is really, really important. Yeah? Ukishoot video kwa nyumba yako when it is dark, sasa tutaona video zako, we're only seeing your teeth and your eyes. We don't know. So you need to make sure that you're visible. Yeah? Get yourself some good lighting. Sawa? You can start with a ring light for a start. And if you have eye problems, please don't get a ring light. This one can burn your eyes, especially for older people. Please, sitaki kusema millennials na boomers hapa hivi. I'm just saying, get a softbox. If you have the budget, get a softbox. Why? Because you have the ability to put on your spectacles. Now, a ring light, the problem I have with a ring light is, when you have your spectacles on, it's going to be showing rings on your spectacles because of the reflection. But now with a softbox, it's not going to be showing that. So if you have an eye problem, we don't want to see your eyes red. If you go on TikTok, you're going to find so many content creators. Macho yao, it looks like they smoke bangi 24/7. Yeah, because of the light. That light is not very good. Let me tell you, because it's not natural, it's artificial. It's not very, very good. So we are still in level 2. We can get a wireless microphone. From here, you can decide to go and get a wireless microphone. You can get Boya. Boya is a good brand. Yeah. Boya. Wireless microphone. You can get a wireless Boya microphone. This one is for smartphones. So the good thing about these microphones is that they are actually affordable and you can get to use them. I don't like, there are other generic ones like these ones. I wouldn't recommend them. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend these ones. You'd rather get to invest and get something like this. All right. Now for me, I normally use this. They are a bit expensive. These microphones are a bit expensive. Now I use this. This is what I use. But you can still get started with this. This one is Holy Land M1 or this, or you can actually get this. All right. It depends on the kind of content that you're shooting. Right. But for me, I would personally recommend you can start with this. Now remember, as you upgrade on your levels, you're going to find more need to get better equipment. So move stage by stage. You don't have to overinvest where you put in 400,000 in content creation equipment. Na ukikaa mbele ya kamera unaanza kusinzia. Ama you probably start, you have 1 million Kenyan shillings in equipment. When the lights go on, you start saying, oh, am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? Can I? No, you need to be in a point where you started from somewhere. You've upgraded over time. So let me proceed on, ladies and gentlemen. You also need to get a tripod stand now. Now at this point, don't go and get the mini. Go get a tripod stand. It allows you to record at different angles and heights. Now, you go and get tripod stand smartphone. Sawa. So these, you get to this level now. You can actually get something like this. It all depends. There are so many tripods. Like for me, I think I personally have like how many? How many are they? 2. I have 2 tripods at the moment. Yeah. 2 tripod stands that you can actually get to use. For me, these ones are actually 3 of them. Yeah. 3 of them. Like this one is an advanced tripod stand. It's something like this. Let me just show it to you. It's Insta 360. It's a gimbal. Let me show you. How many people have ever heard of a gimbal? Here. Okay. Gimbal. It's a very good gadget that allows you to hold your phone. It's something like this. It's very good. It's connected to your mobile. You can connect it to your mobile phone. It's actually, you can power it and connect it with your mobile phone, and it's very, very good. It can act as a tripod. It can also act as a gimbal. All right. You can put your phone over there. And the good thing about it is that you can do something we refer to as face tracking. It moves with your face. So that's now, we were talking about a tripod stand. Then at this point, you can buy a separate device for content creation. You can decide to go with the Insta360 Go 3. This one over here. Let me show you this gadget. It's a very good one, by the way. It's very, very good. This one allows you to, shoot content very nicely. If you look at this. This camera is removable, by the way. You can see it's removable. You can see how it is. And it's very, very tiny. Yeah. So let me just get it for you. So this is the camera itself. This is an Insta360 Go 3. Okay. This can be removed. All right. You can remove that like that. You can easily get to remove that. And this is Bluetooth, like it's connected to Bluetooth. So this is a screen. It has a screen over here. So if I just flip it like this, let me show you. You can flip the screen and you can have something like this. You can see? So if I just plug these in over here like that, and then I just click like that, I can easily start recording instantly. You can see. And it's very, very good. Now, if I decided to remove this, you can still see, it's still recording. It's still recording. And I can record in 4K. You can see. It's recording even in 4K. It's a very, very good, very simple device. I think with 55,000 Kenyan shillings, you get this. You plug it in over here. And the good thing about it is that it comes with internal storage of 128 GB. Okay? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, can you still see my tiny camera over here? This is it, the Insta360. And then once you're done, here's a good thing about it. It comes with this thing. This is what we refer to as a pendant. You put this pendant on your neck like that. So probably you want to show people a demonstration of something you have in your business. Then after you put that on, you take this camera off. Now you put this aside, and then you put this on over here. I want you to see now. So now, as you move around, you're recording like this. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen, up to that point? You're recording like this. This is probably a very good advance. You can even use it, like, what can you use in the gym for the fitness gurus and everyone? Yeah, you can use this. This one people will not know. People will not know. But, you have to, if you're recording something, you have to mention it to people. You tell them, I'm recording in a public place, and this is it okay if you appear in the video, right? You need to ask for consent, and you have to make sure people know. Because data protection rules are actually very, very important and critical. So remember that. So this is the Insta360 Go 3. It's a very, very good gadget that I would recommend you probably decide that is get as a business owner, probably. Are we together up to that point, ladies and gentlemen? Are we still together? Have you gotten me? Perfect. So let me proceed on. Let me proceed. And the good thing is there's a button over here, so you can click over here to stop recording. And it's going to stop recording. And then once you're done, you just take it back, put it in over there. Just do that. And the good thing, you can take photos with it. You can even take photos with it. It's a very good gadget. Then once you're done, it has a very nice power button over here. You just press it and you power off. Have you learned something new, ladies and gentlemen? Have you learned something new? Good. So let me proceed on. That is what we refer to as the Insta360. Now, if you have to, you can now decide to go and get the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This one is advanced. It's an advanced content creation kit. This is probably the best. In fact, for this particular session, I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as my webcam. Can you believe that? I'm using my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as my webcam. Okay? And it's a very, very good content creation tool that you can think about as a business owner. Why? Recording myself at the gym. If you're recording yourself at the gym, you can use your smartphone. If you can, get yourself the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's going to be very, very good. Okay? It's a very, very good content creation kit. A little bit expensive. It's like 2 times the cost of the Insta360 Go 3, but it delivers as you would expect. Good thing it comes with a microphone. Okay? So you don't have to worry about getting extra microphones. It comes with a very, very good microphone. And it comes in a very, very good package where you can actually just put it inside your bag, all right, and just go and continue shooting very easily. It comes with a microphone, very, very good microphone, highly advanced with very, very good sound. So many guys ask me what I use for my content creation. This is one of the tools I actually get to use. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, do we proceed on? Are we still together? Are we still together? Then you can probably get portable backdrops or a brand corner. So what you will do is build a clean corner of your home or office or even in your shop with your brand colors. That is where you shoot your content. Okay? So portable backdrops. How many people have gone to take photos and you've seen a photographer? You've seen a photographer, anachange, anaweka green, anaweka white, anaweka black. Those are portable backdrops. You can find them very, very affordably nowadays. Generic ones. Level 3 is now you need a professional content setup. At this point now, you're a brand or an agency. So this one is ideal for creators or businesses who want to build a personal brand, or you're launching courses or even running ad campaigns. So at this point, you invest in a camera. You can invest in a camera called a Sony ZV-E10. Okay? You can invest in a Sony ZV-E10 camera. It's a very, very good camera. Let me show you. It's a very, very good camera. Now this one is content creation. I still have the Sony ZV-E10. It's I think it's good for you to have all this. It's a good microphone. It's a very good camera that comes, it looks like this. It's honestly very, very good when you want to create crisp content. All right. Then you can buy something we refer to as a prime lens. When you buy a camera, the problem is you need to also get additional stuff. Now, if you look at my videos on TikTok, like for example, let me try and go to TikTok. Let me try and go to TikTok and check out one of my accounts, one of my videos. I always get the question of how do you get to achieve the blurred background? How many people have ever probably wondered about that? How do you get to achieve a blurred background when you're shooting the videos? You will get to be, you achieve that. There's a lot, there's a game. You will be, hey, again now. Let me just finish this exercise because we can't continue. This is too much. This thing, if you fail, it keeps bothering you. Good. So, like, if you check out probably one of my videos, like this one,
in the month of June,
you realize that the background is a little bit blurred. You can see that it's the face that is being focused. So how that was achieved, it was achieved using a lens we refer to as a prime lens. A prime lens is a very good lens. Like for example, if you want to shoot videos that only focus on the subject and blur everything else behind it, I use a prime lens, okay? A little bit expensive, but it is a worth it investment. If you treat everything that you buy for your brand or for your business as an investment, you will always get to have your return on investment. But now don't buy things haphazardly. You don't have to start buying them right now. Now, next thing is you can actually get to invest in microphones. Right? Now, at this point, you can invest in wireless microphones that are very good. Wireless microphones. You can invest in like the DJI or the DJI microphones. You can even get these Holy Land ones. They're very good. Or you can even decide to go and get condenser microphones. All right? You can decide to go and get condenser microphones. They're good, yes. Condenser microphones, they're good. You can get like this one. This one is a Rode Pod mic. However, I normally recommend if you're starting out, go get the Focusrite Scarlett. Let me show you something. Now, Focusrite Scarlett, you don't buy the microphone alone. You buy a microphone. Let me show you something so that you might be aware of what this means. When you're buying anything, if you look at this is what we refer to as a sound card. Okay? So this one allows you to have two microphones. 1, 2. Okay? But unfortunately, when you buy this, it comes with only one microphone. It is still ideal for you for a start. Now, this one is probably like if you're a coach, if you like to do webinars, at this point, you can invest in this. The Focusrite, it comes with the headphones, a microphone, and this, we refer to it as a sound card. Now, this is what transfers the sound from your microphone. The sound from your microphone comes from, the microphone to this device, and then this device sends it to your computer now. That is how you actually get to use this. So you can probably decide to invest in that, probably as time moves on. You can even decide to invest in something we refer to as LED video lights. Let me show you what LED video lights are. They're very good. You can actually add them in the background. You can see these are what we refer to as LED video lights, and you can actually see they're a little bit expensive, right? They are a little bit expensive. But now this one, you're going to be investing in it as time moves by. You started from the beginner, that is level 1, and now you're at a level where you probably might need this equipment. So this is what we refer to as LED video lights. Now, you can even decide to invest in a softbox. A little bit now, advanced softbox that is meant to be used for like professional shooting. There's so many that actually get to exist. Yeah. But I still find value in these ones. They're still okay. You don't need a lot of light unless you're doing photography. There's a brand, I don't know, it's called Amaran softbox. I don't know if it's that one that has very, very expensive. I don't know. Do we have Let me see. Yeah, there's a brand that sells very, very nice, but they're very expensive, but very, very good lights. So yeah, that's something you can think about probably in future. There's something else called an acoustic foam or sound panels. Now this one is probably, you don't need this. I don't think you need this. The only thing you need to do is if you're shooting content in your house, just move to a place that is not noisy. Yeah, if you live in a place where barabara is there, you're going to have a lot of noise in your videos. Just move. All right, move to a different place that can allow you to shoot better content now without having to worry. Okay, now at this point then you can also invest in something we refer to as gimbals or stabilizers. One of the gimbals I've shown you is this one. They allow you to have stable videos. Like if you're shooting with your phone, if you shoot with your phone and you shake, yeah, if you shake like this, even in your videos it's going to be shaking. So now at this point, that is where you get a professional gimbal or a stabilizer. They're very, very good. You can use this. I've personally used this. DJI also has stabilizers. It's a very, very good stabilizer that you can use for your content. You can see 16,000 Kenyan shillings for it. It allows you to shoot stable content now at this point. They're very good, advanced, help you shoot with more clarity. And yeah, it's something that you can also think about, ladies and gentlemen. Then at this point, you also need to start thinking about editing tools. Yeah, how to edit your videos now. You need to start investing in CapCut Pro. At this point, you're already a brand. So since you're already a brand, you have to start thinking about shooting content that shows that you're a brand. You need to invest in CapCut Pro. For me, I wouldn't recommend Adobe Premiere Pro. It's a little bit expensive. You can also decide to invest in Descript. Yeah. Descript is a very good audio editing tool. Like for example, if you want to remove noise in audio, you can use Descript. It's an excellent tool that is for your professional video coverage and everything. Yeah. So, but think about that. There are various tiers, level 1 all the way to level 3. So make sure you start with level 1, move to level 2, move to level 3. Okay. When you're at level 3 and you realize there are equipment that you don't need in the house, just donate to someone. Give it to someone and tell them, I have blessed you. Take them. Create content with them. Yeah, that's how you actually get to scale up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, use what you have first. Then you need to upgrade as your content grows. Okay? Now, good audio beats fancy video. People will forgive low quality video, but not bad sound. You might have the best video quality, but when you're speaking, people are trying to increase their volumes, but they cannot hear you. Okay? Shoot vertically. When you're shooting videos vertically, this is what we mean. All right, this is vertical. Now this one is for TikTok and for probably Instagram Reels. Now if you want to shoot horizontally, this is how you shoot horizontally. Shooting horizontally is basically you shoot for YouTube, or probably you want to shoot content for your own personal websites. Yeah, and then can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Then test different angles. Yeah. Shoot, try and hold the phone as you begin. Hold your phone, like if you are probably creating content. Hold your phone, move around your house, test various angles. Which one would work for you? Those are some of the things that you can actually get to think about. So your gear doesn't define your brand. Your clarity, consistency, and creativity actually define your brand. You might have the worst gear but the best content. You can have the best gear but the worst content. So start small, improve along the way. Don't wait. Just don't sit down and wait. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? Are we still together? Perfect. A website versus a landing page. Let me speak about this. The difference between a website and a landing page and what your business needs. Now, every business actually needs a home online. Now, social media platforms are great. But the thing is, you don't own those social media platforms. So if Instagram today woke up and it's down, or Facebook account or your Facebook account is restricted, what happens to your business? At this point, this is where you need a website or a landing page. It allows you to have credibility. You also have visibility on Google, and you have a permanent space to showcase your services and your products. That is why you need a website. You might be relying so much on social media platforms. What if they go down? What is going to happen? Now, let's talk about a landing page. versus a full website. What are the main differences between a landing page and a full website? Now, a landing page focuses on one offer or goal. A full website has multiple pages that explain your full business. That is a full website. Now, if, for example, you have a specific product that you're selling, like let's say you're a coach, you're a financial coach, you can have a website that explains what you do. And then you can create a very simple landing page that probably explains a webinar or a product that you're selling. Okay? That is a whole difference between a landing page and a website. Now, a landing page is very good for campaigns and ads or specific services. For example, you're running an ad. Okay? You want people to buy a specific product from your business or from your personal brand. That is when you decide to use a landing page. Okay? At the same time, a full website is very good for long-term brand building, right? So you want people to search, like for example, when they search for your name, they are able to see your full website. It has everything, the details about you, everything, services. That is the reason as to why you could actually have a full website. Another thing is this. A landing page has one clear call to action. The clear call to action is what? Buy now. That is a landing page. A full website is going to include a blog, contact page, services, frequently asked questions. That is what we have in terms of a full website. A landing page is faster and cheaper to create. You can have a landing page even with 10,000 shillings or even 5,000 shillings. But now a full website needs more time and needs a lot of content before it's actually developed. That is the whole difference between a full website and a landing page. A landing page is one. Like an example is this. I take you to my personal website. So this is a landing page. This landing page is communicating about a digital marketing webinar for business owners. This is a landing page. But now, our website is something like this. It shows who this particular guy is. This is our website. Gives you full details, full information about a specific individual, telling a story, probably sharing a lot more information. Okay? Gives you access. For example, if you want to check out TikTok, you just click there. If you want to see Instagram, you just click there. If you want to see Facebook, you just click there. If you want to see LinkedIn, you just click there. That is what we refer to as a full website. Okay? That is a full website. And then, all right, this is a landing page. A landing page has one clear action. Join the webinar. So what do? Reserve my slot now. Good. Do you mean like a landing page can actually be created on Kit and the link shared on email, social media pages, or linked to your business website? Well, you don't have to create a landing page. You don't have to create a landing page on a different platform. You just need to have your own personal website. And in your own personal website, at that point, it's going to be so easy for you to actually get to create landing pages, right? If you want to create landing pages, just know how to use WordPress. How many people are aware of how to use WordPress? Like, let me ask that question. Yeah, WordPress is probably one of the best. Those are some of the things you also need to take into consideration. Yeah. Can one scale from a landing page to a website? Yes, you can. If business becomes so good, it's easy. But for me, I would recommend, first of all, have a full website. Right? It allows people to trust you. And then now from that website, you can create landing pages. Yeah. Good. WordPress is a content management system. Now, normally, when you want to create a website, you probably might start thinking about coding it. Using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But now, if you don't have all that information, you can decide to use what? You can decide to use WordPress. WordPress allows you to create websites using two very important fundamentals. There's a theme and there's a plugin. A theme gives you the appearance of a website. Plugins add extra functionality. That is a class we're going to be probably tackling in future. We're going to be having something similar for business owners on WordPress itself. And you can even get to use WordPress to create e-commerce websites. Like there's a website we recently completed for a client. We're still working on it. And what if one has Google site? Is that, yeah, it's still equivalent to that. It's still okay as long as it's something that is informational. If you look at this website, this is a website that has been created using WordPress. The client runs a shop in Nairobi, and they sell these, home appliances. So this is a website we actually created for them so that they are able to list their products and services. This has been created using WordPress, right? And I believe the client is actually running ads with the same website. If you look at this, you can see well detailed, providing the relevant information that someone might be looking for, and it is basically just meant to help you sell easily online. Okay, you can even do blogs and articles for the client. Like for example, I think we've probably just done like one or two of them. Yeah, you can easily get to do blogs and articles over here. So if you look at this is a website that has been created using WordPress. Okay, it allows you to even create e-commerce websites. Really, really amazing. So this is something that you can also get to consider probably in future. So that's the core difference between a website and a landing page. So when do you use a landing page? When do you use a landing page? You use a landing page when you're promoting a class or an offer. Okay? If you want to tell people, book your slot, hair masterclass. Or if you're selling one services or a digital product. Or probably if you're running paid ads and need a focused page to convert visitors. All right? That is when you use a landing page. An example is this particular landing page I've actually shown you on the digital marketing webinar for business owners. Now, this one is probably meant to collect signups to make sure that over the 50 of you who actually appeared in this webinar were able to get information before you joined the session. That is when you decide to use a what? You decide to use a landing page. Now, when do you decide to use a full website, to build a full website? If, for example, you run a service-based business with 2+ services, okay? Number 2, you want to rank on Google for different keywords. If you're a consultant, probably you're a financial consultant, and you want to rank on Google with various keywords, at this point you need a full website that has a lot of information. Number 3, you probably need a blog. If you need a blog, if you also need a place where people can go and get frequently asked questions, you need an about page or a client portfolio. At this point, you will need a full website. Or probably you want long-term credibility. We recently also completed another project for a client. We did a website for her. So this is a website. She's a consultant. This website allows for people to actually get to see more details about what she does. Like for example, if you click about Purity over here, you'll be able to see sufficient information about who she is. Before you probably decide to buy her product, you can even easily come. Like you can scroll down, read through her privacy policy. Yeah. You can scroll down, data protection statement. You can read through. But these are very, very important things. When you're building a website, make sure that you have legal and compliance pages. You have a privacy policy, a cookie policy, terms and conditions, data protection statement, and a disclaimer. Right? It's important that you protect yourself legally. It's good. And then over here, you now have linked social media pages. We have linked her Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you go to the top, you're also able to see her services, coaching services. So this is an example of a full website. You can be able to see even HR consulting services for SMEs in Africa. You can see a full designed website with information that is enough for you to get to understand what she actually gets to offer. Now, like for her, she offers something called a lead-in accelerator. It's a program that she tries to coach people. So when you check out the homepage, this is a homepage basically of her website. You're able to see this one. And you can actually click on lead-in accelerator and you can scroll through and understand what is this particular offer that she has. Okay? You read through, and at this point you probably see, this is a program, I'm interested. If you click on get started, it's going to probably lead you to WhatsApp. This is how you create a website that allows you to communicate and also allows you to rank. Then at the same time, you can even do blogs. We've done a few blogs over here. If you probably want to have a blog in the website, you can see this. You have a very nice looking blog. You can write blogs over here. These blogs allow you to stay ahead. Like for example, when it comes to search engine optimization, This is one of the reasons as to why you do blogs. Ladies and gentlemen, are we together up to that point? Are we together? Are we really together up to that particular point? Perfect. So, these are some of the must-have sections, whether you're dealing with a simple page or a website. Number one is a business name and a logo. What you offer, what is it that you're offering, clearly stated. Number three, probably you can have some social proof, that is testimonials or reviews. You can have a contact button, either WhatsApp, call, or email. And number five, you can probably have a payment options or inquiry form. If you're looking to integrate payment into a website, there's a platform called Intersend. It's Kenyan based. You can decide to use this particular platform. It's honestly very good if you want to integrate payments into your website. Like for example, I normally have a courses website, right? So this is my personal courses website, okay? If you click over here, you can see all the various courses that I get to have. And if someone wanted to buy, like for example, if you wanted to buy any one of these courses, I have integrated payment. So if you click on add to cart, you'll be able to make your purchase very, very easily. Okay? So let me remove this item. Then if you click on proceed to checkout, you can easily get to continue. You can pay with Intersend. I have two platforms, Intersend or Paystack. So if you put in your phone number over there, and probably you decide to pay with Paystack, and then you click on place order, right? It's going to prompt something for you. You'll be able to see this. You just input your phone number. After you input the phone number, it's going to send an SDK push into your phone. Yeah, same case with the Intersend. So these are platforms that you can get to use. I personally recommend this one. It's very, very good. Honestly, it's perfect for you as a beginner. You don't have to start thinking. And the good thing is you can collect money in credit cards. You collect money from M-Pesa, Airtel Money. It depends on what someone is using to pay. So here's what I think I would recommend for anyone who wants to build a website. Number one, WordPress plus Elementor. So Elementor is what you refer to as a page builder. Now for beginners, let me explain this for beginners. Elementor is a page builder. It allows you to build pages in your website. WordPress is a content management system. For those guys who don't know how to code websites, you can use WordPress. I personally use WordPress in all my websites. Wix. Wix is a very simple and easy platform to use. It allows you to have drag and drop features. It is very good, especially if you're a beginner. We also have Google Sites, which is free and simple, very, very easy to use. And then we have another platform called CARD. Yeah, CARD. It is very good for landing pages. Honestly, very, very perfect. You can think about this as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to if you're very serious about digital marketing, don't really rely on social media alone. Have a home online. Even if it's a one-page website, this is actually 10 times better than having nothing. So at least have a website. Intersend charges. So how much do they charge? Like for example, if you make a transaction of 1,000 shillings, they take 3%. Okay? So you might be clever. If your product is 1,000 shillings, charge 10.50. All right? So that when they take the 3%, you're still left with your 1,000 shillings. If it's 100,000 Kenyan shillings, right? So what you'll do is this. You're going to say it's 105,000 Kenyan shillings. So that when they take their money, you're also left with your money. Okay? So you can think about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's maths. It's very, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together? Are we still together up to this particular point? Are we together? Good. Let's have a very simple definition of content systems that work. And this one is one of the reasons I recommend so many people to have content systems. So most business owners will struggle with consistency, not ideas. You have so many ideas, you have 1 million of them. Paystack is almost the same thing. I wouldn't recommend Paystack for a beginner. You might be disappointed with their services. Use Intersend as a beginner. You don't need to post every day manually. You need a system that works behind the scenes. So your business is busy, let your content work for you while you sleep. That is one of the reasons as to why you need a content system, right? You want to be consistent. You have a lot of ideas. You have millions and millions of ideas. But with ideas alone without actualizations don't make sense. So here's a very simple step-by-step for you to actually get to create a content system. Number one, choose your content pillars or your themes. These are the 3 to 5 main themes that you'll post about repeatedly. An example would be tips and education. Like for example, if you sell laptops, how to choose the right laptop. You can also decide to do product highlights. This is also another theme. You can probably even decide to share testimonials or reviews. You can even decide to do behind the scenes or even probably the process. And then you can even decide to do promotions or offers. It depends on what you want to do. Your content pillars. What are the 3 to 5 main themes? Okay. Do you want to educate people? Do you want to show them behind the scenes of your shop? You delivering a product to a client saying what their experience was. That is, choose a content pillar. So use your pillar to guide what you post. Don't guess. That's one of the things I would recommend. Number 2 is do something we refer to as batching your content weekly. Now, instead of posting daily, create 5 to 7 posts in one sitting. Okay? When you're seated, 5 to 7 posts. Use ChatGPT to write 3 to 5 captions. You can even decide to use Canva to create visuals. Canva is a very good tool. Susan should be sharing with you the classes on meta ads. She's supposed to be sharing with you the classes on meta ads, as well as share with you some of the classes on Canva, as well as how to use CapCut. They're supposed to give you some guide on these particular tools. You can even decide to use your phone to record short videos. All right. Probably if you're recording your products, you can use your phone. All right. If you want to even record like what you normally sell, you can use your smartphone. Ladies and gentlemen, are we together? Are we together up to that point? Good. So that is what we refer to as batching your content. Creating your something like that. Good. Schedule your posts. You can use free tools, you can use paid tools. Meta Business Suite is, for example, like you want to schedule posts on Facebook and Instagram. You can use Meta Business Suite. Okay? If you want to schedule posts professionally, I introduce something to you which is called Buffer. Buffer, or another one called Metricool. Metricool. They're very, very good platforms. Think about this. All right? Pay for them. Don't be afraid of paying for tools. If it saves you time, then you have the ability to focus on things that add value into your business, and you'll be able to scale your business more and more. Why? Because these tools are saving you time. This allows you to concentrate on important things in your business, and everything skyrockets. So think about that. We also have something else called this. Canva also has an inbuilt scheduler for visual posts. I don't recommend it, but it's still something good to mention. We also have Google Calendar. Google Calendar allows you to manage your time properly, right? Monday is when you brainstorm ideas. You sit down and brainstorm ideas. Tuesday, batch create. You can shoot like 5 to 10 videos. If you can, do 20 videos. Wednesday, you schedule all these videos for the whole week. You can start like that. You can start something like that. Now, there's something else we refer to as repurposing content. For example, you create a social media post on Facebook talking about top laptops to buy in Nairobi. A static social media post, a post that people have to read. That post blows up. It gets like 50,000 views in 24 hours. So what you do is you create a video from it. You create a very simple video that is turned into a reel for Instagram. It can be used for TikTok. At the same time, you can create something we refer to as a carousel. All right? A very simple graphic that explains something. Okay? You can even decide to broadcast it as a message on WhatsApp broadcasts. You send to people and tell them, hey, by the way, if you're looking for a laptop, these are some of the best laptops that you can buy. And then you can even decide to do something we refer to as a LinkedIn thread. Okay? You just now start at that moment educating people about a specific thing because one post did well. You don't need 30 ideas. You just need 3 ideas posted in 5 smart ways. Let me repeat that. 3 ideas posted in 5 smart ways. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's take an example of a furniture seller in Kahawa West. They shoot one video while arranging stock. People don't care about the product. They care about what do you do. So you shoot one video while arranging the stock. You use ChatGPT to caption the same video. All right? So you go and tell ChatGPT, I need you to write me a caption, a good caption that actually explains my furniture shop in Kahawa West, something like that. You post the video on TikTok and Instagram. Okay? You've posted the same video on TikTok and Instagram. And then you've also shared the same video in WhatsApp groups. And at the end of the day, you can be guaranteed to get some orders. So you don't have to shoot one video for Instagram, another video for TikTok, another video for Facebook. Repurpose it all through. Shoot one video, post it all along in your social media platforms. Post it. That's the same thing I do. I don't have to shoot content for TikTok, I just need to shoot and then post on all the platforms. Then, content consistency isn't about working more. It is about working smart. All right? Use batching plus tools plus reusing to get long-term visibility without having burnout. That's one of the things you have to remember. Batch create content. You don't have to be doing it every day as a beginner. For us, we do it every day because we're getting new ideas, new things and this. But as a beginner, you don't have to be doing it every day. Use tools, Buffer, CapCut to edit your videos. Reuse your video. Like for example, if you shoot one video and it is a good video that can be posted on Instagram, post them all over. It is very, very good. So that's one of the ways that you can actually try and prevent, having a lot of burnout. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? Are we still together? Now for this one is what we refer to as, sorry. This is a tab. We're going to be talking about, I'm trying to really get everything right with the time. We are talking about how to build a simple digital marketing strategy. Digital marketing strategy. We have 28 minutes to go. So just allow me to go through this. It's important that you get to understand. You can also get to build your own digital marketing strategy. So, now, you need a digital marketing strategy. Now, why is this important? It's not an activity. It's honestly a very, very important thing that you need. So, posting every day isn't a strategy. Is the sound okay? Someone is complaining about the sound. Is the sound okay, ladies and gentlemen? Is the sound okay? Okay. Posting every day isn't a strategy. Running an ad without knowing your goal is just noise. Okay? You need to have strategy. Strategy is what turns your content into conversions. All right? I want you to take this very simple 5-step framework on content strategy, on building a digital marketing strategy. Number 1 is you need to set a clear business goal. You need to set a clear business goal. Start with the result that you want. What is it that you want? Do you want more sales? Do you want more leads? Do you want more awareness? You need to get to, first of all, understand that. Your marketing should match your business priority. Set a clear business goal. Your marketing should match your business priority. That's something to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Your marketing itself should match your business priority. At the end of the day, you're finding so many people not really getting to understand what it is that you want to achieve. In fact, 2025, you started with goals. So even when you're having a digital marketing strategy, you need to have some goals. For example, I want to have 20 new salon bookings this month. When you decide to run an ad, you say, I'm willing to spend 50,000 Kenyan shillings for the full month, and I want to get 500 people to attend my upcoming webinar, and each person is going to pay 500 Kenyan shillings, right? So I'm looking to make around 250,000 shillings from that particular webinar after spending how much? 50,000 Kenyan shillings on ads, right? Have a goal. Number 2 is you need to understand your audience. Who is your audience? Number one, who are you selling to? What's their age? What is their location? What is their income? What are their interests? Right? Since business priorities change, should one have different strategies or review the strategy to mirror the priority? No, I think at this point, like you already know who is actually buying from you, right? Don't confuse yourself. Most of the time, you have a strategy. You realize it's not giving you the results that you're looking for. Then you get another new strategy. I think most of the time it's refining the current strategy that you have, right? Because at the end of the day, by business priorities, what do you mean by business priorities? Maybe you can explain that further as we move on. Just put in over there what you mean by business priorities. But you need to know who you're selling to, all right? Age, location, income, interests. Yeah. Like for me, I normally say I'm targeting an average probably an 18 to 35-year-old who is earning at least 15,000 Kenyan shillings a month and is willing to spend between 1,500 shillings to 3,000 Kenyan shillings every month on personal development. And what are they struggling with? Probably they're looking for ways to make some extra money, or they want to start learning digital skills. They don't know where to start. I can be their solution. Where do they spend their time online? They're going to spend most of their time on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. So what do? I find them there, right? So understand who is it that you're targeting. If your audience is on LinkedIn, then capitalize on that. If your audience is on TikTok, well, do that. An example would be this. You're targeting women aged between 25 to 40 in Nairobi who care about self-care and are on Instagram and TikTok. Probably you want to start selling them, these interesting products that are sold to them, tummy trimmers, things like that. Now, number 3 is you need to choose the right platforms that you want to start with. Now, like an example is, if you're looking for visibility, like if you want people to get to know you, visibility platforms, the best platforms are TikTok and Instagram Reels. These are the best. These are the best. If you want visibility, if you want engagement and interaction, you need to have Facebook and WhatsApp. If you want SEO and you want search traffic, Google My Business or having a website. Choose the right platform, the platform that you want to use. Okay? That's one of the things you have to remember. Visibility, TikTok and Instagram Reels. You might be shocked. By creating a video on TikTok, you can actually get to blow up very fast. Right? Not so many people actually blow up like that. There's a guy called, I don't know his name. His name is something, the dancer. Well, LinkedIn is mostly for B2B. And for example, if you want to build a community, if you want to build community, Facebook and LinkedIn are actually good. But for me, I normally recommend, don't really capitalize so much on LinkedIn. Don't put all your effort, don't put all your eggs in on LinkedIn. Be on LinkedIn, be on Facebook. If you do the same things as I do, like if you do something like the same thing as I do, be on Facebook, be on LinkedIn, be on TikTok, be on Instagram. Because the thing for you is that you're not selling products. So you're not probably spending time, relying on inventory. All you have to do is dispense a digital product. So you have all the time to be on these platforms. Number 4 is you need to plan content around buyer stages. Okay? So you need to use content to guide people through a journey. Like for example, if you want awareness, if you want to sell a specific product, awareness, you want them to be aware that you're selling this. You do what? An educational video, right? Here are three ways to maintain and repair your laptop. So people are already aware. Then number 2 is interest. This is where you start doing product demonstrations. At this point, probably you said that here are the best laptops to buy in Kenya. At this point, you can now show them the laptops. Yeah, you can even probably show them the behind the scenes of your shop. Then number 3, is desire. Now people are now getting to desire your laptops. They're now like, okay. So you show them what? Testimonials. A testimonial would be you showing you probably one of your clients who walked in enjoying and having fun with the laptop. This is very good. You can even share some reviews. I bought this laptop. It's very, very good. That's something. I went to John's shop and I took some fish. Sweetest fish I've ever had. And then finally is action. You give them offers or CTS, that is payment links. Now that you had the desire and you're interested in the product, so buy now. That's how you actually get to create that entire buyer stage or a customer journey. Number 5 is to track and adjust. Okay? Now, not every digital marketing strategy is going to be working, but you need to use simple tools to measure. For example, reach and impressions. You can use Meta Business Suite to get to see, like every platform, like how many people know how to check impressions in their social media profiles? You go, you see how are your posts performing. Yeah, most people don't know how to check this. Like for example, if you're on Facebook, go and check, go see. All right, go and see. Like if I click over here, there's this part called the professional dashboard. If you click on professional dashboard, you're able to see what has been happening in your account. You can be able to come and click on insights. Like for me, over the past 28 days, I've been able to get 17,527,000 plus views. That is in the past 28 days. Okay? Now the most viewed content, 58% is the one that has photos, videos, multi-photo, text, links, and others. You're able to see even the top performing content. You can be able to see the earnings that you've had over here. Like if you're actually getting paid by Facebook. You can also get to see the interactions. You can also get to see your audience. How has your audience grown? Like you see, in the past 28 days, I've been able to get 18,000 more followers on Facebook. Well, I've also gotten 2,000 unfollows. There are people who are like, I don't like your content. So you're able to see this. Same case with TikTok. You just go and open, I haven't any TikTok over here. But I believe also Instagram has the ability to show you that. You just go to your dashboard. If you click on your dashboard, you have the ability to see insights. You can be able to see insights about your account. Like currently, this one has had 753,134 views. And you're also able to see the content that has performed well. So if you look at this, you're able to see, okay. So these are kind of content people like. Then good. Then I think this is what I'm actually going to start creating. So you are able to preview everything, insights, analytics. Okay? So if you enact a certain digital marketing strategy and you want to know whether it's working or not, that's how you actually get to check. Then you do tracking and adjusting. Now, let's take a brief example of a cake baker in Umoja. So someone who bakes cakes in Umoja, number 1, they have a goal. They want to get at least 30 orders in June. Who is their audience? Women between the age group of 22 to 35 in Nairobi. Which are the platforms that they decide to use? They decide to use Instagram Reels, WhatsApp status, and Facebook ads or Meta ads. So what is the content that you're actually going to be creating? A baking process, they will share reviews, and special offers, right? If you buy this cake, you get this for free. Buy this, get 10% off. Free delivery, the offer. Then we have something we refer to as a follow-up. Did the client enjoy the cake? Use a Google form. Use something like a WhatsApp broadcast list. Have all the clients in one WhatsApp broadcast list. Yeah. Send them weekly offers. Tell them, thank you so much for supporting our business and being a partner in our business. If you're looking to celebrate your loved one, if you're looking to celebrate this and this, you can always get cakes from our bakery in Umoja. Perfect. That is a very, very simple thing. It has a strategy element and the plan. The plan is what you execute. Remember, yes, you've written down a plan. Most people just have a plan, but they don't execute. You have the strategy element, and then you have the plan. The plan is not to be written down. It is meant to be executed. Ladies and gentlemen, a strategy is going to give you direction. It tells you what to post, where to show up, and how to turn visibility into sales. That is something to remember. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? Are we still together? Now, I'm going to take you through something else called a sales funnel. How many people have heard of a sales funnel before? Because this is pretty important for you to remember. A sales funnel. So what is a sales funnel? Let me give you a very simple description of what a sales funnel is. Now, a sales funnel is the journey a potential customer takes from first discovering your business to finally buying from you. The journey they take from discovering your business to then finally deciding to buy from you. Now, most businesses lose sales because they expect people to buy immediately. Remember that. People will not buy immediately. A funnel nurtures trust first. Then the sale happens. That is what we refer to as a sales funnel. There are 4 stages of a very, very simple funnel. I'm going to break it down for you. We have the stage, the goal, and the type of content you can create for this. Stage number 1 is the awareness stage. This is where you let people discover you. So how do they discover you? They discover you on TikTok, Facebook, a blog, or an IG post, Instagram post. Stage number 2 is interest. Show them what you offer. All right? Show them what you offer. You can show them behind the scenes, a product demonstration, or even a how-to video. Number 3 is desire. All right? At this point, you build an emotional connection with them. They have the desire to buy from you. So now at this point, you create content like testimonials, reviews. You can even decide to do before and after shots, right? Like, for example, you can do house cleaning services. At this point, this is someone who wants to buy from you. So you create content and show them a dirty house and then a clean house. Immediately, it's possible for them to buy from you. Then finally, we have the action. At this point, this is where you prompt purchase or inquiry. So now you can inquire. So what you do is you create something that has an offer, that has a CTA. A CTA stands for what does it stand for? Call to action. And then you can also have something like a link. A link would be something like DM to order. DM is direct message. Okay? Those are the 4 stages of a simple funnel. Stage 1 is awareness. Stage 2 is interest. Stage 3 is desire. Stage 4 is action. Are we together up to that point, ladies and gentlemen? Are we together? What is the difference between buyer stages and sales funnel? Why? That's a hard question. Mbona umeniuliza hiyo swali? It's a very, very hard question. It's a very, very hard question. Very, very hard question. I honestly think one of the things, how will I put it? Both of them have a correlation. Because you see, the sales funnel at the end of the day is let me put it like, it's like you expounding your buyer stages. If you look at it, a buyer stage is just awareness, interest, desire, action. Right? But now with the simple sales funnel, now this is what you will do to get this buyer. It's the same thing, honestly. Let me just put it like that. I have never thought it of in that. Me, I only think about the sales funnel itself. Right? But for me, I look at it in terms of the sales funnel is meant to conversion. You have the buyer stages, yes. But how do you convert? You have a sales funnel. Yeah, actually, someone is putting it rightly over here. Sales funnels converts to a buyer. So a sales funnel is just now describing how you'll now make this particular person who is interested in one of your products to actually buy. At the end of the day, you're looking for conversion. Yeah, that is what I would actually put it out as. For me, I like to say, I don't even like to think about buyer stages. I look at the sales funnel. Awareness. Now you know about me. Interest. What I offer. Web design services. Desire. I show you an example of a website I've created for a client. Then action. I can have something. If you need these services, DM me for our website. That is what we refer to as just a very simple funnel that you can actually get to use. So take this example of a boutique in Nairobi. For awareness, they do an Instagram reel. A reel is 5 looks for only under 3,000 shillings. 5 looks for 3,000 Kenyan shillings. Interest. They create an Instagram story showing how items are packed and delivered. You're building interest now. Desire. Screenshot a review from a happy customer, or probably a WhatsApp conversation. How many people do that? You do a screenshot of conversations that you've had. They're very good. They actually get to show you. They show you as a very, very serious person. And then we have action. Now the action is tap the link in the bio to order. Free delivery for the first 10 clients. Okay, that is what we refer to as an action. Now you've had awareness, you've had interest, you've had desire. Now you have action. Okay, that's a very simple example of a sales funnel. You can also think about it in that level. So what actually makes a funnel work? Let me put it like this. Number one, you post consistently. Believe me, for you to be termed as an authentic person, people have to consistently see your content. Number two, you respond fast. When someone sends you a WhatsApp message or a direct message, you're able to respond fast. Number three, you make the next step clear. The call to action. You make the next step clear. And then finally, you follow up. When someone is interested, you don't just say, huyu wako na maswali mingi sana. This person has like a million questions. Hata I know. The biggest problem we have is most people are always looking for buyers. You don't want to cultivate that. You don't want to build that, rapport with someone in such a way that they can buy from you. Even if someone inquires from you right now, 3 years down the line, they can buy from you. I've had people who've been asking questions. Elvis, how much do you charge for these webinars of yours? I tell them 1,500. 2 months later, they come back. Elvis, when is your next webinar? I want to join. How much? 3,000. Then they disappear. Then they come back again 6 months. Elvis. You can see that person is always interested. You can always follow up with them. Hey, do you want to join? Do you want to join? That's already something that you need to do, to use. All right? Good. Now, here's some of the things that you can actually get to use for your sales funnel. Number one is WhatsApp business. Like, for example, if someone DMs you inquiring about a product, you can label them to follow up. Okay? So that like tomorrow, if they ask you about a watch, if they ask you about a service that you're offering, you can label follow up. Then you can also use something like Google Forms for lead capture, right? You can tell them, you can put in your details over here, name, phone, email, so that we can reach out to you. That's a lead. Yeah. Then you can use Canva. You can, like, for example, if you want to create some very, very good graphics of maybe what you're selling, you can use Canva for your visuals, right? That is for the graphics themselves. Then you can use Buffer, all right? If you want to create nurturing content, like today you're creating content on visibility, awareness, right? Tomorrow you want to post as testimonial. You can schedule the posts in that kind of a manner. Buffer is an amazing tool. You can try it for free and probably think whether you want to purchase it. ChatGPT for follow-up messages. If you want to create a follow-up message and you're not sure how to write it, you can use ChatGPT for that. All right? Can you help us set up a sales funnel? No, it depends. That one, you can even decide to use ChatGPT for that. Those are some of the things you can do very easily with ChatGPT and artificial intelligence. Plus, it also depends on what you're selling. A sales funnel is going to be different for each and every product. If you're selling a service, if you're selling consultancy, each is going to probably have almost similar, but a little bit different. So you need to remember that. Yeah. Like, for example, if I come to ChatGPT over here, I can say, create a simple sales funnel that I can use as a real estate consultant. And then hit enter. And you can see, real estate consultants at the first stage, awareness stage. This one is what we refer to as the top of the funnel. The goal is to attract attention and generate interests. Channels, social media, Google Ads, SEO blogs, YouTube Reels. You can see. Then number 2 is interest stage. Collect contact information. Like if you wanted to create your own, you can use ChatGPT for this. You can see consideration stage. This one is where you build trust and filter serious buyers. Yeah. For example, you can send property deals via email or WhatsApp weekly. You can send videos or photos of listed properties. And then finally is the decision stage where you close the sale. You can decide to do one-on-one calls or site visits. All this is honestly like something similar. Like, for example, how about a sales funnel for a fishmonger in Nairobi? You can see it's going to help you write it down. Awareness stage. This one is top of funnel. Those who might be wondering what tofu means. It's channels, Facebook and Instagram Reels. TikTok, what Kenya shillings 500 can get you at Peter's Fish Delicacies. Local Facebook groups, posters near estates, gyms and churches. You can still do that. Targeted. You see the good thing, now it's not everywhere, it's targeted. Ideas for hooks, clean and delivered tilapia from 350 shillings. Then you move on to the interest stage where you do the lead capture. Okay? You can use WhatsApp Business. You can have a Google form. You see, it all varies. The elements, the funnel elements are the same, but now the strategy and the action points are actually different. So that's how you can actually, personally, I would recommend you use ChatGPT for that. You can iterate until you find what you want to use. Good. So let me proceed on, ladies and gentlemen. So most people won't buy the first time they see your post, but with a funnel, they'll come back ready. You don't need a fancy system. You just need content that builds a relationship step by step. Okay? Personal branding for business owners. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to this point? Are we still together up to this particular point? Good. Let's talk about personal branding for business owners, because this is one of the things that people fail to mention severally. Now, why you are the brand before the business is. Let me repeat that. Why you are the brand before the business is. Now, in 2025, people don't just buy products. They buy people they trust. Before someone buys your service, they buy into your story, your values, and your presence. That is what we refer to as a personal brand. So what is personal branding? It is how you present yourself online, your personality, your expertise, and your voice. You don't need to be a celebrity. Yeah, you don't have to be a Jesus family, right? You don't need to be a celebrity. You just need to be visible, credible, and relatable. Let me repeat that. You just need to be visible, credible, and relatable. That is personal branding. So, why does it actually matter for your business? People trust faces more than logos. People trust faces more than logos. You have to understand that. It is easier to remember a person than a brand name. It is easier for you to remember Elvis than to remember digital skills. Ule majama, kuna jamaa fulani anaongeanga TikTok kuhusu ma skills. Hey Elvis. Yes. That is part of personal branding. You are able to attract loyal clients, not just one-time buyers. People are buying from people. They're not buying from businesses nowadays. It gives your business a human feel, especially if you're a small team or solo. Yeah. In fact, right now, I would prefer to buy a vehicle from someone on TikTok than to go to a yard. Why? Because I can relate with this person. So when I'm conversing with them, I have already seen them. I have already had a relationship with them. So now I understand. And I know what I'm looking for. It's the same thing. So before you start building your business and doing everything, you need to build your personal brand. People will be coming to Diana and saying, oh, Diana, Diana the one who is on TikTok. This is her business. Oh, okay. That's how you build a loyal audience. And they can be return customers all the time as long as you fulfill their desires. Now, examples from Kenya is a nutritionist who shares daily tips on TikTok. You're able to build authority in that manner. You can also be a salon owner who records client glow-ups. There's a guy called Geometric Baba on TikTok. How many people have seen him? He normally shaves people with a geometrical set. He's even doing angles. All right. So a salon owner who records client glow-ups, you build trust. We also have a furniture seller who posts videos while assembling pieces. That is what we refer to as building relatability. There's a guy called Modern Furniture, Murage. How many people have seen him on TikTok and something like that? When you go to Modern Furniture, you the first thing you think about is Murage. There's a guy called Murage. You need to go and check him out. He's on Facebook, everywhere. He creates a lot of I don't want to call it I don't know what kind of content he creates, but he owns a very good brand that sells furniture. Yeah? And he's consistently creating content on social media. Now his business called Modern Furniture is operational, I think, in Nyeri, Nairobi, I don't know, Nakuru. It's very, very easy for you to actually relate with him because he's consistently showing up on social media. So by the time you're going to go and buy something from there, you've already had this trust with him. Okay? That's something to think about. So how do you start building your personal brand, ladies and gentlemen? Number one is you show up on video. Record short tips, processes, or behind the scenes. Someone was saying, yeah, there's a lady called Damawa Mobile Spares, something like that. Yeah? Show up on video. Record short tips, processes, or behind the scenes. Yeah? Record these videos. Don't be afraid of recording videos. There are people who say, oh, I don't like showing my face. You need to record videos. People need to relate with you as a person. Tell your story. How did you start? Share how you started, your challenges, and what you believe in. Give people something to think about. Talk about the mistakes that you've made, the lessons that you've learned. Yeah? Tell your story. Share your wins and your lessons. Right? Your clients want a guide, not a perfect expert. There are so many people who actually want to say, they only want to showcase their wins, especially on LinkedIn. Everyone is always like, thankful for being nominated as this and this and this. People also want to know that you're a human being. Have you failed? Right? That is how you build a personal brand. Be consistent. Post weekly and be active on 1 to 2 platforms. Be very consistent. That is very, very important. Post weekly and be active on 1 to 2 platforms. Right? That's how you build a personal brand. Now, an example is this. Hi, I'm Jen. I help working moms in Nairobi get glowing skin using 100% organic products. I used to suffer from acne too, so I know the struggle. As compared to this, we sell skincare. Will you buy from this? Would you buy from this, or would you buy from this? Number 2 is probably just a sale, but this one you can relate with. This is someone who helps working moms to get what? Glowing skin. Right? She used to suffer from acne too. You've read the story, so now you can buy from her. That is one of the reasons as to why you need to start thinking about a personal brand. If you're selling something, tell a story. If you keep on changing faces on social media, can it affect the growth? Stop putting your employees on your social media pages most of the time. Most people put their employees until one day you get a very good employee, you shoot very good videos with them, and then they disappear, and your personal brand is done. Make sure that the existence of the content on your social media pages also showcases you as a primary person, right? Believe me, if I started posting different people in my social media profiles, it'd be like, hey, Elvis, when you go up, where are you? People will not, in fact, people now will start getting angry. They'll stop being interested. So that's something to remember. The most powerful marketing asset that you have isn't your product, it is you. The most powerful marketing asset you have isn't your product, it is you. Build your brand and people will remember your business long after the sale. All right? Build your brand and people will remember your business long after the sale. Those are some of the things you need to think about, ladies and gentlemen. And as we wind up, let's talk about some of the mistakes that business owners actually get to make. Number 1 is, first of all, most business owners struggle. Most of these mistakes actually come from me repeating the same mistakes. Digital marketing is powerful, but only when it is done right. So let's look at some of the mistakes. Number 1 is posting without a plan. You post today, then you disappear for 2 weeks. Where have you gone? No consistency leads to no trust, and with no trust, you don't get any results. So how do you fix that? Create a weekly content system. with clear goals. That is a posting plan. Post with a plan. Number 2, ignoring comments, DMs, and inquiries. Go check your Facebook page, even TikTok. A lead that goes cold is a sale lost. Some of you are online but unavailable. Respond fast, follow up, and be present. When your brand grows, don't probably say that you're a celebrity. If you have to, get someone to be responding to your comments or even to your DMs. It is better that way. Number 3, boosting posts without a goal. You boost, you put 500 shillings, and then you say you're doing marketing. But are you really tracking what is happening? Run ads with a strategy. Know your audience, your offer, and objective. All right? Boosting posts without a goal is useless. Have a strategy when you're running your ads. Who is it that you're targeting? What is the offer and the objective? Number 4 is using the same poster across all platforms. Every day on Facebook, on TikTok is the same thing. All right? Customize these for different platforms. Like, for example, use a video for Instagram Reels or TikTok, text for LinkedIn, and posters for WhatsApp. Now, most people just throw a poster. Web design services, shoes available. You need to be creating different kinds of content. You don't need to use the same poster across all platforms. Number 5 is having no call to action. Well, good. You've shared the product. After that, so tutafanya nini? Tutadu? What will we do? You need to give people a clear CTA. What is a CTA? DM to order. Tap the link. WhatsApp us. Comment yes for the price. That is what we refer to as a CTA. Number 6 is not following up with interested clients. We've talked about this. Someone asked for the price, you replied, and that's it. Reach out to them. Follow up, use WhatsApp labels, list, or gentle reminders. If someone asks, how much, by the way? If you don't have the time to respond, get someone to do that. Follow up on interested clients. They might not buy at that moment, but they'll buy in future. Now, here's one thing that people actually do. They rely on referrals. Well, it is good to rely on referrals, but growth needs structure. Combine the referrals that you get with digital visibility. Have content, have a website, use artificial intelligence, and you can actually get to achieve growth. That's something to remember. Avoid just 2 of these mistakes, and you can actually get better results. Be intentional, not just active. That's one of the things that I would personally recommend, right? So I would like to give you, ladies and gentlemen, an exercise on how you can build a weekly execution plan. I want you to look at this particular document. You plan and create content on Monday. I'd like for you to look at this. This is going to be your own personal exercise. Tuesday, you schedule and publish. That is your post. On Wednesday, you engage and sell. On Thursday, you educate and build trust. On Friday, you follow up and promote. And something to remember is this. You don't have to post every day. You have to show up with intention. 3 strong posts a week are better than 7 random ones. Okay? You don't have to be perfect, really. But if you can, utilize artificial intelligence. And it's important for you to get to really understand quite a number of things. Just a quick recap on some of the things that we talked about yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, you need to make sure that you check these. If you're running a business, your Google My Business profile. How many people have a Google My Business profile? If you run a physical business, that's it. You need to make sure that this is available. You just go to google.com/business. Right? Then, you need to be active. Am I audible, ladies and gentlemen? Am I audible? I just want to know if I'm audible enough. Good. You need to be active at least on one social media platform. At least on one. You don't have to be on all social media platforms. At least one. All right? I personally started with TikTok. If you can be active on all social media platforms. Repurpose and reuse content. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn. Then, a basic website or a landing page. Do you have any one of them? Do you have a place where customers can learn about what you offer or even place an order? All right? Yeah. At the end of the day, that's something you can actually get to think about. Is there a clear CTA? Contact me, send me a message on WhatsApp. Even a one-page website is able to build trust. That's something you can actually get to remember, ladies and gentlemen. Then, WhatsApp business. Do you have WhatsApp business? Nowadays, WhatsApp business has automatic replies. Yeah, it's been there for a long time. I'm currently not available, but we'll get back to you. In the meantime, you can actually send us the order. It's very good like that. At least someone is aware that these guys are active. As compared to sending you a message, 2 hours later, it's still under one tick. All right? Have business hours, have a product catalog, and have broadcast lists. When someone asks you a question, are you able to label them? Potential lead, potential client. Label that. Yeah, that's what WhatsApp business actually allows you to do. Do you have contact collection systems? You can have like a Google form. You can have a landing page. You can even get probably direct messages. And you can collect this information and own your own customer list. Like you have a list of customers who buy from you. It is very, very good. This one is what we refer to as a contact collection system. Right? Use a Google form. Name, email address, phone number, location, WhatsApp number, personal website if they have, something like that. Have contacts of your clients. Use at least one AI tool. If you have to use ChatGPT, Canva, FreePKI, these allow you to save time. You don't have to do everything manually anymore. So many people are doing things on a manual basis. You don't have to be doing that in 2025, right? So you can think about that. Do you have scheduling tools set up? Do you use Buffer? Do you use Meta Business Suite to schedule your content? Are you planning your content ahead or just posting in a rush? Consistency is easier when it is automated. All right? Use at least one of those AI tools that I've actually gotten to mention to you. So this is the thing that you need to remember, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to do it all at once, but you need to start ticking boxes. Every check mark brings you closer to visibility, credibility, and clients. Start checking boxes so that you're able to show that you're doing some progress. Remember, it is not perfection. It's about progress. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, something for you to remember is this. Done is better than perfect. Post that video, set up that Google form, and start today. That is what you need to start thinking about as a digital marketer, as a business person doing digital marketing. Done is better than perfect. Post that video, set up that Google form, start today. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the 2-day webinar. How much that would SEO cost? On average, SEO would, like if you got an SEO expert, they probably can do something we refer to as an SEO audit at a range of between 5,000 to 20,000 Kenyan shillings. Monthly execution is going to range from around 30,000 to around 100,000, depending on the kind of website. Google Forms is very easy. Just go and click on Google Forms. If you search for Google Forms, these are some of the things. Now, these are the things I would like for you to actually get to learn. Yeah? Google Forms. In fact, I would like for you to do it yourself. You just click on Start a new form. You can add different questions. Name. Right? This is going to be the first option. Name. Then you say it's going to be required. You change this. You probably want a short answer. Select a short answer. It's required. I'd like for you to really use this as an exercise. Do that. I tried on ChatGPT for the deco we did yesterday. Hope I did well. Planning a baby shower, let's make it magical. Yesterday we brought soft elegance and charm to a hotel baby shower setup. And guess what? We can do the same for you, wherever you are. Whether it's at home, a hotel, Airbnb, or your favorite event space, we bring the complete baby shower experience to your door. Beautiful and simple decor setups, themed by baby shower supplies. Well, it's perfect. This is like really so good. You can, this is a good thing about using ChatGPT. It's an amazing thing that you can actually get to use. Yeah. So keep up. Scholastica, that's amazing. Betty Mukami is saying, I gained real value, gems of wisdom that I intend to use. Elvis, thank you so much. God increase your wisdom to enlighten many more people. One request for people without the skill of creating Google My Business, landing pages, content writing, etc., for the purposes of practice, either have follow-up webinars, refer them to resources, or create courses for sale. I think I would recommend you start with YouTube. YouTube is probably the best place for you to start. Yeah. Like if you want to know how to create Google My Business, YouTube is going to give you the guide. I can create the course, but it's going to take time. Now, instead of wasting your time, telling you I'm going to provide you with all this and this and this, you can use YouTube. But I honestly, you can use that for a start. In any case, we can help you with follow-ups. But we get so many messages, but I believe we can also organize a webinar that could actually capture some of the things that we've not captured today. Now, in these two webinars, we've been talking about the introductory stages, right? So as you move on, we're going to be having more webinars on how you can actualize. We're going to be talking about landing pages. We'll be talking about sales funnels. Now, practically doing that. So, yeah. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Betty. Asante sana. Putting that out there is very good. John says, how about CTA and DMs? DMs are direct messages from people. A CTA is just telling people, DM me or send me a message if you'd like to order. That is what we refer to as a CTA. Okay? That's basically it. Caroline Nyawera is saying, it has been very educative, 2 days of knowledge to our business. Thank you. Caroline of Windsor Motors, based on Kiambu Road at Ridgeways, we are your car plug. We help you. That's amazing. I really like what Caroline has done over there. A round of applause. Ashato CTA. Caroline of Windsor Motors, based in Kiambu Road at Ridgeways, we are your car plug. We help you drive your dream cars. That's amazing. Already someone is interested in purchasing. She's done the right thing. So, yeah, good. Fully enlightened in the field of business. Good. I appreciate that, John. How much would you charge to set up a website for me? For us, it depends. If it's a business website, it's from around 150,000 Kenyan shillings. Yeah. What about ads? Ads, Susan is supposed to be sending a full entire course on meta ads. You're going to have around 3 hours of content on how you can create meta ads. And I think Susan should have sent that. Yeah. Meta ads. The 2 classes that can help you understand how to run ads. They'll give you the understanding of how to set up meta ads, because these are probably some of the best ways. Meta ads is one of the best strategies you can use when you want to sell products. Yeah. So she's supposed to share that in the WhatsApp group. Yeah. So I hope she does. I have gained a lot in those 2 days. Thank you, Elvis. I intend to use what I've learned. Very good, Polly. Thank you so much. I appreciate. If you pay for an ad and get 40K views in, say, 5 days, then I pay for the same post for another 5 days and get a total of 100K views. Out of these 100K views, can we have repeated views from the first ones? I don't know. Normally for me, I don't pay. When I'm doing an ad, I don't pay an ad to get views. Most of the time, I'm looking for messages. If it is not messages, I'm looking for clicks, right? So by clicks, people clicking into my website. Yes, you can get repeated views. I have personally viewed one ad more than 2 times in a period of 1 week. It is possible for you to get that. Are ads free? Ads are not free. You have to pay. You normally have an ad budget. An ad budget is like you say you're going to be spending 1,000 shillings for these particular results. Now, if you're just beginning, you can try out with ad budgets of 500. But remember, ads are not the ultimate solution. Especially, for example, you have to understand, if you have an ad budget of 250 shillings per day, someone else is doing 25,000 shillings, right? So you need to make sure that your ads are reasonable enough for someone to view, right? When it comes to ads, I think you're going to look at that particular entire course that we had some time back on meta ads, and you'll be able to understand how to run ads effectively, so that you can also get to understand daily budgets on all that. Good. Can we get the video? Yeah, you will get them soon. I don't know if Susan is here. Imani, please reach out to Susan and tell her if she needs to send the classes on meta ads. If not, I can actually get to share them by myself. Just give me immediately after the session, I'll do that. Is it okay to have a social media manager or just learn and do it yourself? Well, you need to. Personally, despite knowing everything, you need to have social media managers. It's good. Yes, you know what you're doing, but sometimes you might actually be overwhelmed. So I always recommend that you have a social media manager who can assist you. Well, not really to rely on as much, but someone who is there to support you and your growth. Jen is saying, I have learned a lot. Elvis, most welcome. Good. John is saying, now I'm going to engage my audience using AI seductively. Thanks a lot. Most welcome, John. Lazima ungesema seductively. Hoping to practice what I have learned. Most welcome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the insights. Asante sana. We should be sharing the... Let me look for that class because I haven't seen Susan sharing. So let me see if I can get those classes immediately. I think I need to get that immediately so that you can get to view those. It's honestly very, very good classes that will give you a simple introduction into meta ads, by the way. Yeah. So where are those classes? I had them some time back. Meta ads mastery. Good. So let me share the links with you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Most welcome to everyone for being part of this session. Meta ads. Let me say classes. Lesson 1. Let me actually share them on the WhatsApp group. I don't want to forget. Lesson 2. Let me share them over here so that you are able to preview them. So I have shared the classes in the WhatsApp group. So for the meta ads, you'll be able to preview that. Apart from that, we will also be sharing some classes on Canva and CapCut. Good. Your thoughts on Jumia and Kilimall? Well, I don't know. It depends on what you really want to do. Asante sana for the insightful session. Thank you so much, Stella. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you for the work of compiling everything. I wanted to ask if you will delve more into psychology of marketing and sales. This one is one thing I'm still learning in 2025. I'm still trying to learn sales psychology. But there's a guy, James, I would recommend. His name is called Rory Sutherland. Yeah? There's a guy called Rory Sutherland. He's like, I think, the VP of a company called Ogilvy. How many people have seen this guy on social media, probably? I think you need to go and watch the content of this particular guy. He really churns out, and he also has very good books, by the way. But one of the best things that he can do is just go and listen to him speak, especially in podcasts. This one is especially...
So talking about lockdown.
He has listened to podcasts from him, especially with Chris Williamson. You will really pick a number of things on sales psychology. Yeah. Eva Morera is saying, Asante Elvis, I'm one of those who have disappeared for 1 month and learn new skills. I have learned a lot. Most welcome. Thank you, Eva, for that. Does this class link expire? No, it doesn't. It doesn't expire. I am one of those who inquired and joined after third inquiry. God bless you. Most welcome, Michael. Asante sana. I hope you've learned something. Nick Sanyo says, thanks for sharing this pool of wisdom. God bless you. We'll subscribe for more. Looking forward for more. We'll actually have, I think in July we might have a physical event in Westlands for business owners. So we can still retain the WhatsApp group for those who might be interested. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you so much, Elvis. Personally, I have learned a lot and I'll sure do start using the digital space and make good noise about my business. Most welcome, Modoni. Please do that. Thank you, Kate, for this. Thank you so much, Elvis. This was so insightful. I have learned a lot. Thank you, Kate. I really do appreciate. Do you have a class on optimizing WhatsApp? Unfortunately, no. I have never done a class on optimizing WhatsApp. But I think, I don't know. I have never done optimization of WhatsApp, by the way. Only LinkedIn. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of the classes so far. Thank you, Simon Dongo, for that. Thank you for being part of the classes so far. Thank you for even partaking in these particular classes and just setting some time apart to be part of the classes over the weekend. It's not so many people who are willing enough to take this chance on themselves, but thank you so much for even betting on yourself and even willing to part with some money to actually get to be part of these sessions. I really hope you've learned something. I really hope that you've taken something that you can actually actualize. And I'm really looking forward to having you in the other classes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and have yourselves a good night, a good week ahead, and enjoy. You have confirmed so many things. I needed to take action and ready to do what I need to do. It was a great weekend. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen.